welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of dog communication. You see, dogs don't talk like you and me. They have their own language, a language of energy, body postures, and of course sounds. Ever wondered what your dog is trying to tell you? Let's find out together. Barking is a dog's primary way of vocalizing, but not all barks are created equal. A short, sharp bark can be a way of saying hello, or look what I found. A rapid string of barks, especially if they're higher pitched, often means your dog is excited or wants to play. A deep, prolonged bark? That's more serious. Your dog might be sensing danger, trying to alert you, or feeling territorial. Pay attention to the tone and context of the bark to understand your dog's message. When you're calm and confident, your dog will feel more secure and less likely to bark excessively. Growling. It's a sound that can make even the most seasoned dog owner a little uneasy. But before you panic, remember that growling is just another form of communication for dogs. It's their way of saying, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable," or "back off." Now sometimes a growl is a clear warning sign of aggression. If a dog feels threatened, scared, or possessive, they might growl to defend themselves or their resources. But growling can also be a part of play. The key is to look at the dog's overall body language. That high-pitched, sometimes almost musical sound we call whining, that's your dog trying to tell you something they need. A short whine, especially when accompanied by those puppy dog eyes, often means your dog wants attention. Maybe they're bored, maybe they want to play, or maybe they're just feeling a little love-hungry. But whining can also be a sign of stress, fear, or discomfort. If your dog is whining excessively, especially if it's accompanied by pacing, panting, or trembling, it's essential to figure out what's causing them distress. It could be anything from separation anxiety to an underlying medical condition. It's up to us, as their pack leaders, to listen carefully, observe their body language, and address the root of the issue. The howl. It's a sound that echoes through history, connecting dogs to their wild ancestors. Howling is often triggered by a high-pitched sound like a siren or even certain musical notes. It's thought to be a way for dogs to communicate over long distances, letting other dogs know their location. Some dogs howl to express loneliness or anxiety, especially when left alone for extended periods. And then there's the howl that seems to come from pure joy. It's a beautiful primal sound that reminds us of the deep connection we share with these amazing creatures. A yelp is a sudden, sharp cry that's hard to ignore. Unlike some other vocalizations, yelping is almost always involuntary. It's a reflex, a way for dogs to express sudden pain or surprise. If your dog yelps, it's crucial to check them over for any signs of injury. It could be something as simple as stepping on a thorn or as serious as a broken bone. But remember, not all pain is physical. Dogs can also yelp in response to emotional distress. If you suspect your dog is injured, take them to the veterinarian immediately. Have you ever noticed your dog letting out a long, deep sigh? It's a sound that often makes us smile, and for good reason. Sighing in dogs is usually a sign of relaxation and contentment. Just like us, dogs sigh when they're feeling comfortable, safe, and at ease. You might notice your dog sighing after a long walk, a satisfying meal, or when they're curled up next to you on the couch. It's their way of saying, life is good. Huffing is a short, forceful exhale of breath that dogs use to communicate a range of emotions, often subtle ones. It's like a sigh's more assertive cousin. One of the most common reasons dogs huff is to express mild frustration or annoyance. For example, if you're trying to teach your dog a new trick and they're not quite getting it, they might huff to let you know they're feeling a little impatient. While huffing is generally considered a non-aggressive form of communication, it's important to pay attention to the context. Snarling is a serious warning sign that should never be ignored. When a dog snarls, they're baring their teeth and often wrinkling their muzzle, accompanied by a low growl. It's their way of saying, "Back off! I'm feeling threatened, and I will defend myself if I have to." Dogs snarl for various reasons, including fear, territoriality, possessiveness, and pain. If a dog feels like their space, their food, or their favorite human is being threatened, they might snarl to ward off the perceived danger. The worst thing you can do in this situation is to punish the dog or try to force them to interact. Baying is a deep, drawn-out howl that's particularly common in hound breeds like beagles, basset hounds, and bloodhounds. It's a sound that's deeply ingrained in their DNA, a legacy of their hunting heritage. Hounds were originally bred to track prey using their keen sense of smell, and baying is an integral part of that process. When a hound catches a scent, they often throw their head back and let out a series of bays, alerting their human hunting partners to their find. The sound of a baying hound is both thrilling and haunting, a reminder of the powerful instincts that drive these dogs. Some hounds bay when they're excited, bored, or simply feel like making themselves heard. Grunting in dogs is often subtle, a soft, low rumble in their chest that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. It's a sound that's usually associated with positive emotions like contentment, relaxation, and even affection. You might hear your dog grunt when they're settling down for a nap, when you're giving them a belly rub, or when they're just enjoying a quiet moment of peace. It's their way of saying, "I'm happy, I'm comfortable, and I love my life." While grunting is generally a positive sign, it's important to pay attention to the context. Panting is a natural and essential part of a dog's physiology. When dogs pant, they're rapidly breathing in and out, their tongues lolling out to help evaporate moisture and cool their bodies down. It's their primary way of regulating their body temperature, especially in hot weather or after strenuous exercise. But panting isn't always just about thermoregulation. Dogs also pant when they're stressed, anxious, or excited. If you notice your dog panting excessively, especially if it's not hot out and they haven't been exercising, it's important to consider other potential triggers. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into your furry friend's behavior. Remember, understanding your dog's language is key to building a strong and loving bond. It's about listening with your heart, not just your ears. See you next time.